Hooty hoo, all my listing legends. Welcome today. I'm Tall Mike. So glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about how to be more productive, how to make more money, how to make twice as much money in the same amount of time. Now, why is it? Why is it that some agents, well, the average agent makes about $50,000 a year. $50,000 a year in my area, very hard to live on. I'd be embarrassed to tell someone I was making $50,000 a year because they'd look at me kind of funny. Well, how do you live? I live in the Bay Area. It takes more than $50,000 to live. Now, how come some of the top producing agents, the top producers make $500,000, make $1 million a year? Well, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. They use their time more efficiently. They use leverage. Now, the agent that's making $50,000 a year, well, he's treating the business as a job. He doesn't have a business. He has a job. Now, the person making $500,000 or $1 million a year, they have a business. Now, here's the secret to a business. If the business isn't growing every quarter, every year, if it's not getting more and more profitable, well, the business is dying and your business will go away. But first, you have to get a business. Now, if you just want a job, you can stay with making $50,000 a year, and maybe that makes you happy. That's good. That's all right. Nothing wrong with having a job. A business is much better. Why a business? Because you get the free time, right? You get the free time that a business offers. A business, you can run it without you being there. That's what a business is. You can go on vacation for 2 weeks or a month at a time and let other people do the details of the business, run the business. Now, as the rainmaker of your business, that's what you should be. You should be the rainmaker, the one that brings the business in. But now, how do you get the business to come in? Well, you got to get attention. You have to find a way to get attention upon yourself. Look, at most people, they don't have a way to get attention. They don't have a system in place. Nobody knows who they are. Nobody's using them to get the business. Look, at real estate's very fascinating. Look, the number one way people become a millionaire in the United States is to have their own business. Okay, now if you're a real estate agent, you have the opportunity to have your own business. You can run your agency as a business, right? Now, the other way they get rich is they're in real estate. They buy real estate. Real estate is the asset that makes them rich. There's good times to buy real estate, and there's not so good times to buy real estate. You don't want to be buying into a bubble, but if a good deal comes along, you could easily flip that deal to a wholesaler, right? You're in the business of finding out who's selling, and some people, they have to sell. They can't have the time to put it on the MLS. They need an offer now. They need a cash offer. You should be offering a cash offer. Now, but Mike, I don't have the money to offer a cash offer. That's why you need a money man. You have clients, right? Past clients. Any of them, would they like to buy a house? 30% off. Some of them would. Many of them would. I'd like to buy a house for 30% off, one that I could turn around and flip. Now, maybe it needs some work to do in it. Yes, you fix it up a little bit and then you put it on and you take your profit. 20 or 30% profit is very common in the real estate field. So not only should you be running your business, your real estate business, the business of selling homes, the business of selling properties, you should also have your business of investing. And you can start investing with no money. You could be the flipper. You can put them under contract. Now, you put them under contract and then you assign the contract. That's what you do. That's what we do in California. We assign the contract to the wholesaler. We wholesale it. Okay, now that person, they buy the property from us. We make the $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, however much you want to make, and then they fix it up and they sell it, and you might even get the listing back from them. So you want to have two ways of becoming a multimillionaire. One is with your business of buying and selling properties for other people, and the other is your business of buying the properties for yourself, either for yourself or flipping them on a wholesale basis. But you should have both ends. And now, to get both ends, we have to talk to people. You have to get in front of them. You have to get in front of people that need to sell their home, people that have a problem, that need a cash offer right now. Now, how do we get in front of these people? Well, you need a system, right? Now, most agents, they don't have a system. They don't know what their system is. Their system is to watch the top producer get all the clients, and they don't have a clue how they get the clients. Well, I was like that. I was the underdog. I didn't have a clue how to get clients. I really didn't. I mean, my way, I'd call people up on the phone, say, when do you plan on moving? It didn't work for me. But then I got involved with postcards. I got involved in the printing business, and I started sending out postcards, big jumbo postcards. postcards. That's what I would send out, right? And that got people to follow me, got people to call me. And from that, I got in front of them. Now, not everybody bought from me right away because I didn't have all the tools and techniques necessary. Sometimes I get in front of someone and they go, Mike, we need a cash offer. And I, my limited thinking would go, well, I don't have the cash. I don't have anyone that wants to buy your house right now. We got to put it on the MLS. They didn't have time. I lost that deal. I lost $10, $20, $30,000 that I could have made if I had a cash buyer ready for them. Always have a couple of cash buyers ready. Now, how do you get a cash buyer? Well, you look at people who've bought for cash before. A lot of these people are looking for additional properties, additional investments. Maybe they're a buyer and they flip them and they fix them up and they flip them. They remodel them. Maybe that's what they do. There's a lot of these people out there. You could just advertise for them. Advertise on Craigslist. They'll answer you. Now, okay, so you get out there. You get in front of the people, right? That's what you got to do. But see, when I first started out, I didn't believe I could do this. I didn't believe that I could even get a listing, let alone flip a house. And I did both. In my career, I did many listings and many flips, and that's how I made my money. Okay, now you can get in front of people, but you have to get the attention. You have to find a way to get the attention for them to pick up the phone and call you. Now, most agents, they have this thing that they do. They call people. They chase after the business. No, I think that's wrong. I think that's the wrong way if you want to make a lot of money. Now, if you just want a job, $50,000 a year, you can go out there and chase the people. Yeah, it will get you the job. But if you want a business, you got to have a way to bring the people to you so that they're chasing you. So I was kind of the underdog. I'd look at the top producers in the area. They all worked for big companies. I never worked for a big company. I was always an independent broker. I had my own broker's license and I ran my own brokerage. And I'd go out and I'd go up against the top producers. And how did I get the listings? Well, I got the listings by being the underdog, by being the smaller guy in the neighborhood. But Mike, they sold 100 houses a year. That's right, they did, but they didn't have a book. I had a book. I showed them the book. The book's called How to Sell Your Home in a Digital Age, right? And then they go, wow, he's got a book. He must be an expert. And I was an expert. I knew how to sell the house. And if I could get in front of the people, I could get about 8 out of 10 of them to list with me. But I was the underdog, you see. Originally, I didn't believe in myself, but then I realized, well, hey, the underdog is kind of like being my superpower. My superpower was being the underdog. And I started to believe. Do you know why most people don't have any money? Well, they don't believe they can make any money. It's really that simple. Once you believe you can make money, you become unstoppable. You really do. I mean, I was the underdog, but yet I could go up against the top producer and I could pull down the listing. And they'd be shocked. They'd come to the open house and they'd just be shaking their head. They're going, I interviewed for this listing. I didn't get it. What'd you tell them? I told them I was going to sell their house. That's what I told them. And here I am. I'm selling their house. I'm unstoppable, right? Now you can outwork your competition. That's what a lot of agents, they try to do. They try to outwork it. And that's more like the job. You see, they work hard. They grind it. They chase after the listings. They work 12, 14 hours a day. That's not fun, right? Now I work a lot of hours because I love it. I love what I do. See, if you love what you do, you don't get burned out, right? I don't mind going and putting postcards out. Now, my system of putting the postcards out is really simple. I don't pay for the postcards. No, I go and get businesses to run little ads on the back of my postcards. That's how I pay for them. That's how they get mailed out. And, it's a lot of fun. If you love what you do, you don't really get burned out. Now, most agents hate what they do. They really do. They like cashing the commission check, and everybody likes to cash the commission check, but they don't like to go out and prospect. Nobody likes to go out and prospect. Nobody likes to knock on doors. Nobody likes to pick up the phone and call people you don't know. And I don't like to do that either. And, it's kind of sad, I feel sorry for a lot of shy agents. When I first started, I was very shy. I couldn't go out and talk to people. There's no way I could have done that. I tried. Believe me, I tried. I tried to pick up that phone. And I'd last 5-10 minutes of calling people, 2 calls, and I was done. I hated it. People don't want to be interrupted. They really don't. But what I did love is helping people. I did love selling the home for them, getting the buyers, getting the sellers together. I love that part. And I love putting out postcards. I loved helping small businesses. Small businesses, they became my niche. They send me a lot of clients are sent to me from small business owners. Why do they send them to me? Well, they want to run an ad on my postcard. I put them on my postcard if they send me a client. And then I send out my postcards and people then chased me. People called me. And that's how I got started. That's how I ran my business. I was the underdog. I didn't know anybody. And I could go to a new area today starting from scratch, not knowing a soul. If I have the postcard technique, and I can teach you everything I know. It's really not that complicated. An 8th grader could do it. If you want to learn, just go to listinglegend.com. Why not? Check it out. Take you 5 minutes to go over that, probably 5 seconds. Go to listinglegend.com, put in your name and email, and I'll send you my system for free. It really does work. It works for people that are shy, works for people that are the underdog, works for people that don't know how to get the listing. This will get you the listing. That's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Tall Mike. We'll talk again real soon. Bye-bye now.